how to set up email automation in MailChimp. So once you're in MailChimp, on the dashboard, left-hand side, you're going to select automations. Now, in automations, you can either use a flow that already exists by choosing a flow template, or you can build from scratch. If you select Choose Flow Templates, this will take you to all of their predefined templates, which you can absolutely use. They also have they have a welcome series, a welcome SMS subscribers, but for the practice of this video, we're going to build from scratch. So go ahead and click that. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to name our flow. So this is going to be the welcome email strategy. And then once you're done typing that in, then you're just going to select Choose Your Trigger. Now, we want this to fire as soon as somebody signs up for an email. So that's what we're going to select. And then let's get the first step into place. Okay, so we're going to add the first step. So on the left-hand side, we're going to select Send Email as our Add a Step. Okay, so we're going to click that, and then it's going to open up our email setup. So this is where you can see who it's being sent to. We're going to have a subject line. It's going to schedule. You want this one to fire every day as soon as possible. So just leave that one as is. And then there's also tracking. So click Select a Template, and let's get into designing our email. Now, MailChimp has a bunch of already predefined templates, and you can choose from any of those, but for the purpose of this video, we're just going to use the most basic minimal design. So we're going to click this one, and then we are going to click Apply. Okay, so in the email editor, the first thing I want to do is I just want to clean up the layout. So I'm just going to move some of the blocks around and delete some things that I don't necessarily need. And in order to move things around, if you just select on whatever you want to move, on the top left-hand side of the box, there's going to be a drag and drop section. They're like 4 little dots, and you're just going to click, drag, and drop it into place. And then same thing, we're just going to move things around and delete things that we don't need just to set up for this particular email. Okay, so now let's bring in some of the assets that we built in Canva. So you're going to select your image block, and then you're going to upload your first design by clicking Add and Upload Image. And you're just going to find your image, select it, and click Open. Perfect. Now, in order to get that seamless premium look, we need to eliminate the gaps around the image. So on the left-hand side in the menu, you're going to select Styles. Scroll down to the bottom, and then we're going to set the padding around the image to 0. This way, when I duplicate the image block and upload the second image, they are going to be butted right up against each other, and there's going to be no spaces or gaps. Okay, so now we're going to duplicate this image with this plus sign on the right-hand side, and then we're just going to add another photo. So we're going to click Replace and then Upload Image. We're going to find that other image for this email. Perfect, there we go. And now see there's that space or that bar in between. That means I didn't actually correct the padding properly. So I'm going to go back and do that. So click on the image, go to Styles, make sure that the padding is set to 0. This one is not, and then go back up to the other image. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to go to Styles and make sure that the padding is set to 0 all the way around. And there you go. See, now everything is flush and it looks great. Okay, now for the copy. In the native text box, you're going to add your welcome message. And remember the 60-40 rule. You're going to want to have a balance of 60% native text and 40% images. This is the sweet spot to ensure that your emails are going to bypass those spam filters and land directly in the inbox. So we're just going to write a clear, concise welcome message offer, or depending on what email you're working on in the series, you're just going to add your text here. And every email has to have a goal, so you're going to add a call to action. So whether this is a discount code or a direct link to your shop. So we're just going to add a call to action to this button here, and we're just going to link it back to the sweetsunday.store shop. Now, we also want to make sure that our links are clickable. So this one here has a button that's already built in Shop Now. And so we want to make sure this one also is going to be redirected somewhere. So when you click on the image, we are going to add a link to, again, the same website. And always make sure to include some alternative text. This is great for accessibility and for SEO. Okay, so when you're happy with the overall design and before we can move on, you're going to always want to send a test email to yourself. And for MailChimp, they are going to suggest some optimizations for you. So you can either apply them or not apply them. So making images clickable, you can apply them or not, add product recommendations, etc. So just go ahead through your optimizations and either apply or skip if it doesn't apply to you. And then when you get your test email, make sure you check it on your phone and on your desktop. You want to make sure that every link is clickable and the formatting holds up. And of course, there's no spelling mistakes in your copy. Okay, so now that we're done this email, you're going to want to go ahead and save and return to Journey. That's going to bring us back to our email workflow map. So now you're going to refer back to your welcome email strategy document, and we don't want to bombard any new subscribers. So we're going to add a time delay after we send the first email. So what I recommend is for this scenario, we're going to do a 2 to 3 delay. So after you send the initial email, you're going to add a step. So we're going to click this, and then under the drop down menu, you're going to select time delay. And then from here, you can choose your delay. So you can either pick weeks, days, or hours. I like to do a 2 or 3 day delay on this particular email series because it sort of avoids that inbox fatigue and it keeps your brand top of mind. So you're going to need to repeat the design process for each of the emails in your sequence. So we're going to add a step, and then we're going to select and send an email. Okay, and you're going to do this, keep making this until you're done all of the emails in your email strategy, until the whole thing is built out. So once your entire sequence is complete, all your emails are designed and your store is connected, it's time to switch the workflow to active. Now, because we're just doing this in training mode, I can't actually show you that mode because I have to upgrade it, the MailChimp account. So in this instance, it's going to say upgrade to continue, but for those of you who already have a MailChimp account that you're paying for, then you're just going to activate or turn on this workflow. If you're interested in learning more about our welcome email strategy or obtaining the email templates used in this tutorial, you can check out my website at www.myentrepreneurstoolkit.com. Thanks for watching.